Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take your plate.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary of 12. My name is Sensee, the representative.
Welcome to News and Analysis, 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector.
Is in 2025, could even work index for the families of on the current affairs department here at the Renaissance. My name is Gbarntolmah. In the headline, human rights lawyer this has his company for food to arrest Deputy Defense Minister Brian Myean following rape allegations against him. Transnational rallies refuse to accuse traffic officers of constant harassment against them. Criminal services one of the two Nigerians who were detained for hacking a vessel on the sea to 5 years at the River Central Prison away from Liberia. Charles Huck, suspect linked to saying, but Kenny says every chief disbursement of the news sports our package with this edition of the program news desk. We'll take a break. Be back.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take
Orange Liberia EcoBank Limited were out by Orange Liberia in EcoBank Limited. So this news desk for the 5 minutes of news and department here at the USS Communication Incorporated. At this point, we want to see who is the pace of the news bulletin. Good evening. Good evening, Johnson, everyone. Renowned human rights lawyer One Anglo has criticized the government for failing to elect Deputy Youth Affairs Minister Brian Myean. Minister Myean has been accused of raping 14-year-old daughter of an employee of the Ministry of Defense Force. Speaking via Facebook podcast on Monday, Councillor Bongo said it is unacceptable that Minister Myean is freely walking while ordinary citizens accused of crimes are strictly detained. He accused the government of carrying out selective justice, warning that it undermines the rule of law and erodes public trust in the police. He further called on President Joseph Walker to instruct the Director General of Police
to act swiftly, stressing that justice must be equal for both ordinary citizens and the government officials. Aggrieved cyclists, commonly aggrieved tricycle, commonly known as keke operators in Queensville, are accusing officers of the Liberia Traffic Management and the Liberia National Police Traffic Division of persistent harassment. Speaking to RCI News over the weekend, the riders accused the this traffic police of consistently harassing them. The riders expressed frustration over what they described as the unfair issuance of traffic tickets, particularly for improper parking. The cyclists argued that the lack of designated parking areas for cyclists and the city leaves them with no choice but to stop in unauthorized zones, something they termed as being unfairly penalized by officers. They are calling on the government to construct adequate parking lots to ease congestions and ensure smoother traffic flow, which they believe will also reduce tension between riders and the traffic officers. Criminal Court Dean Resident George Mamiata Jabal Salif Monday sentenced one of the Nigerians to 5 years at the Morovia Central Prison for hijacking a vessel on the high sea. Though defendants Michael Okuta and Tatos Izina have since admitted hijacking the ship on the high sea and were seeking for a plea binding agreement, but George Jabal Salif ruled that the acts in the case implicated only defendant Michael Okuta to the criminal, why his colleague Tatus Zina was acquitted by the court. George Zapatas leaves the judicial, according to our judicial correspondent, considered defendant Izinan as an unintentional facilitator without any prior notice to the crime privacy and warrant to be released as provided by law. The two Nigerian Michael Puta and Tatus Zina were inducted by the grand jury of Moscow County when they used a small speedboat with armed and attacked the Shekade 2 vessel on the high sea with 23 crew members on board. The Student Unification Party at the University of Liberia has vowed to never change its demands for the restoration of a peaceful and smooth academic calendar at the institution by the university's administration. Subsecretary General Dicius Morban noted that students at the State University are prepared to take the administration head on if they fail to adhere to their needs. Addressing a press conference held at the main campus of the University of Liberia on Monday, Morban maintained that no amount of threats will make school give out their names, adding that the administration and the government of Liberia are aware of their request. According to him, some of the students are victims of add and drop, confused semester, and leadership by the president of the University of Liberia. The president of the Liberia Baptist Missionary and Educational Convention has expressed the hope that values of holiness, character, integrity, and excellence will enable them serve humanity and their country in the best way. The convention's president, Reverend Dr. Samuel Reeves, said Rick's Institute has equipped the graduates with the necessary knowledge, training, and love for humanity and country, cautioning them to exhibit these skills as they continue their studies in institutions of higher learning. The statement of Reverend Dr. Samuel Reeves was contained in a speech delivered on his behalf by Reverend Morris Lee, Secretary General of the Liberia Baptist Missionary and Educational Convention at the 2025 commencement of the Rick's Institute in Louisville during the weekend. Remarking during the program, the principal of Rick's Institute, Reverend Dr. Inon Nyapon, reminded the graduates that their education is a long life journey and they are joining thousands of the alumni members at home and abroad. Reverend Dr. Nyapon admonished the graduates to continue to build value and values of Rick's Institute as the best school in the country. At the end of the program, 60 graduates were awarded certificates for successfully completing the requirements of the Ministry of Education and the Rick's Institute. The trial juries of criminal court B after George defendant Stan Wallabat guilty for performing a surgery that led to the death of the patient. This follows Monday's legal argument between the state and defense lawyer which was characterized by and counterclaims with objective of conveying for verdict. 10 of 12 men panel Monday jurors to RCI correspondent returned with a guilty verdict against the defendant, saying Whatever, while two juries returned not guilty. The majority jury's verdict means, in fact, the weight of evidence offers. Our prosecuting lawyers during the week-long trial was convincing to convict the defendant Whatever for murder as provided by law. But defense lawyer Counsel Sending Cowell took exception to the majority jury's verdict, saying they will take advantage of the law controlling. Following the jury's decision, Judge Risa A. Risa instructed the clerk of the court to communicate with the probation office of the Ministry of Justice to do a pre-sentencing investigation report on Defendant Wallaba's character before announcing his sentence as provided in Chapter 35, Section 35.5 of the Pre-Sentencing Guidelines booklet. Our judicial correspondent said Defendant Wallaba, who worked with the Lofa Medical Clinic as a licensed operating room technician, breaks life imprisonment or death by hanging as provided by Chapter 50, Section 50.1 and 2 of the Criminal Procedural Law of Liberia. He was indicted in 2025 during the February term by the grand jury of Montserrat County for illegally performing a surgery that led to the death of a patient. Montserrat County District 3 Representative Smo Morba has called for a three-part strategy to combat drug crimes rather than death penalty against drug traffickers and importers. In a statement, Representative Morba warned that such proposal violates international human rights standards and could damage Liberia's global image, especially as the country holds a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council. Representative Morba, a public policy expert, called for a three-part strategy to combat drug crimes: prevention, education, rehabilitation, and strong enforcement, backed by proper funding and international cooperation. I emphasized that Liberia is bound by international treaties, including the second optional protocol to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, which bans capital punishment. The District 3 lawmaker urged his colleagues to uphold the law, act responsibly, and avoid measures that could undermine Liberia's credibility or development goals. Representative Walba concluded that life imprisonment and investment in drug control systems are more effective and humane alternatives to the death penalty. The government of Liberia has announced the arrival of the first consignment of 720 metric tons of rice donated by the People's Republic of China. The donation was a significant step in ongoing bilateral cooperation aimed at addressing food security in the country. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, a initial consisting of 720 metric tons of rice, equivalent to approximately 2,400 bags of 25 kg rice, is scheduled to dock at the Freeport of Monrovia on Saturday, September 20, 2025. The Foreign Ministry says the remaining consignments will follow in phases between October and November of this year, bringing the total grant to 3,600 metric tons. The rice donation was secured through a high-level bilateral agreement between President Joseph Walker and Chinese President Xi Jinping during the Forum on China Africa Cooperation held in Beijing on September 6, 2024. The Minister of Posts and Telecommunications, Sekou Kroman, has outlined major accomplishments by his ministry aimed at reaching Liberia's digital divide, enhancing national connectivity, and stimulating economic growth through innovative telecommunications and postal services. Speaking at the second edition of the Kapaku Lono Government Town Hall Initiative, held at the Administrative Hall in Saniko in Nima County, Minister Kroman emphasized the ministry's focus on people-centered policies aligned with the arrest agenda, which prioritizes agriculture, roads, rule law, education, sanitation, and tourism. He noted that the achievements reflect a deliberate effort to digitize Liberia, empower Liberian youth, and ensure that no community, whether in bustling Monrovia or the resilient hills of Nimba, is left behind. The management of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation is encouraging students undergoing vacation jobs to take advantage of the professional skills by thoroughly observing various professions and fields in order to prepare themselves for the future. WSC's Managing Director Mo Ali notified the students of several departments at the corporation to abreast themselves in order to make the right choice as they advance their studies. Mr. Ali made the call when he spoke at the program marking the welcoming ceremony of 35 vacation job students at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation in Monrovia on Monday. Earlier, the Deputy Managing Director for Administration at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, Wilson Gay, assured the vacation job students of the LWSC's management fully has to support the staff of the entity during their stay at the company. Amidst internal dispute within the Nimba County Legislative Caucus, several citizens have converged to establish a group under the banner Nimba County Solidarity Movement. According to prominent citizens, the movement is intended to unite the people of Nimba regardless of their political affiliations. Speaking to RCR News over the weekend, former Nimba County District Representative Martin Tengbe stated that for too long, residents of Nimba have been divided due to political differences. He explained that the key objective of the group is to stop hate and envy among citizens of Nimba County and further unite leaders in order to protect the image of the county. Honorable Tengbe further stated that citizens of Nimba are not happy about the ongoing internal disputes, which he attributed to the lack of unity and reconciliation. Myean, the District 9 representative, who is also the founder of the movement, has set up skeleton team to launch the reconciliation process. A Liberian activist, Dr. Percolin, has described the rape allegation against Deputy Youth and Sports Minister Gbarntolmah as a major setback for Liberia's fight against all forms of gender-based violence. Speaking over the weekend, Percolin said, "It is totally unacceptable for anyone, especially a government official, to use power and influence to abuse teenagers," stressing that such acts erode public confidence in institutions. He noted that such nature perpetuates fear and silence among victims while weakening the national resolve to uphold justice and protect human rights. According to him, the nation is already struggling under the weight of widespread gender-based violence, and a case involving a senior government figure rates further moralizing impunity if not addressed decisively. Several graduates of the Emmanuel Vocational Training Institute in Lower Myean County have lauded the funder for the opportunity provided them. According to them, the knowledge acquired has enabled them to become self-reliant. Over 35 individuals over the weekend received certificates in different disciplines, including tailoring, electricity, history, and plumbing from Emmanuel Vocational Training Institute in Lower Myean County. Speaking to reporters, the graduates thanked the administration, especially the founder Emmanuel for the initiative. For his part, Emmanuel said the institution was established after a comprehensive survey revealed a significant lack of accessible technical and vocational opportunities for young people in District 1 Myean County. Talu urged graduates to put their newly acquired skills to practical use in order to improve their lives in communities. At the same time, Emmanuel described technical vocational education as a bedrock for nation building. Local authorities in Gbarntolmah County have completed the distribution of over 200 iron chairs to 5 schools aimed at improving the learning environment for students in the region. Speaking to RCR News, Gbarntolmah County Development Officer Afrezina mentioned that the fund was given to the county education officer in order to procure chairs due to the shortage of seats for students. Officer Zina pointed out that local government officials in Gbarntolmah County will collectively work to improve the learning environment of schools in the area. Receiving the chairs on behalf of the school, Gbarntolmah County Education Officer Sam Harris thanked local authorities of the county for the gesture. The Liberian National Police have confirmed that it is investigating a rape case involving the Deputy Minister for Youth and Sports at the Ministry of Youth and Sports and a 14-year-old girl. The investigation, according to ACP Susie Teller, the head of the Women and Children Protection Section of the Liberian National Police, is in collaboration with the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection. ACP tellers stated that on August 30, 2025, the LNP received a formal complaint alleging the sexual abuse of a 14-year-old minor. Madam Teller, in the police podcast on social media, disclosed that the Liberian National Police recognizes the gravity of the case since it involved a public official. According to her, an active investigation is currently taking place, assuring the public of a transparent process. Now, out of Liberia, DNA on a tower right around the suspected gun used to kill Charlie Clark has been matched to the suspect in custody, the director of the FBI said on Monday. Tyler Robinson, 22, was arrested over the death of the right-wing influencer at an event at Utah Valley University on Wednesday. A bolt action rifle was covered near the shooting, and a screwdriver was found on the roof from where the fatal shot was fired. A formal charge is expected this week. A motive has yet to be determined. The FBI director also referenced a note that was discovered at the suspect's home, which vowed to take out dead. He added, even though it has been destroyed, we have found forensic evidence of the note. Well, Johnson, that's it for the news bulletin. It's back to you.
Ria TV, True FM. Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
YouTube, True FM, 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrel?
The black barrel is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in your grateful manner, we'll keep your later.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News summary at 12. My name is Sensee there represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life as of the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see.
X on show 6.1. If you're just joining us, use X for the 5 minutes of news and current affairs department here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. In one of our departments, clinical DMC is one of the 2 Nigerians who were detained for hacking versus on the hot seat to 5 years at the Monrovia Central Prison in Monrovia, Liberia, was development on the program. Agreed to establish new as a our victors increased with accusing officers of the Liberian Traffic Management, Liberian Traffic Management, and the Liberian National Police Traffic Division of persistent harassment. Speaking to our family for the weekend, the riders expressed frustration or what they describe as the unfair issuance of traffic tickets, particularly for improper parking. Agree, agrees. As the our reporter Emmanuel in Pins commercial as well. We now human rights advocate or lawyer consultant who has criticized the government for failing to arrest the youth sports minister Mr. Magil was accused of raping a poor girl of an employee of the National Youth Sports speaking via a social media podcast. Councillor Tawango, it's unacceptable that Mr. Magil is talking while ordinary citizens are the same safety. That's now and constitution all your cancer loaders to journalists review. Campus based in the state role has vowed never to change its names for the restoration of a peace and small academic honor at the institution by the university administration. Subsecretary General of small but noted for students, the state money we are prepared to take the administration ahead if ahead or if they fail to adhere the demands. That's the voice of the section of post-based student in part super auditions they're speaking at the press conference in program. The president of the Nigeria Baptist Missionary and Educational Convention has expressed hope the values of holiness, character, integrity, and president will evidence humanity the country in the first place. The convention's president, when Dr. Summaries said race history has equipped the graduates with necessary knowledge, training, and law for the public and country them with those skills. They continue their studies in higher learning. We will bring you, subsequent podcast. Most other countries, representatives of mobile has called for a three-part strategy to combat drug crimes rather than definitely against drug traffickers and importers. In a statement representing the mobile court alone, that such proposal violate international human rights standards and could damage Nigeria's global image, especially as the country holds a non-permanent seat on the United Nations. The Minister of Post and Telecommunications said Command has outlined major achievements by his ministry in bridging Liberia's digital divide, enhancing connectivity and stimulating economic growth through innovation and telecommunication services. Speaking at the second edition of the Kappa governmental initiative held at the administrative town hall in Senegal. Minister Croman emphasized the ministry's focus on people-centered policies aligned with the diverse agenda with priorities are in agriculture, roads, and rule of law. The management of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation is encouraging students on ongoing education jobs to take advantage of the vocational or the professional skills by thoroughly observing their professions and fields in order to prepare themselves for the future. The SC Managing Director only question or notify the students of several departments at the corporation to abreast themselves to in order to make the right choices as they advance their studies.
We have a lot of work here, and this day will be very much. But it's too much. And those of you who want to learn, you will learn a lot. Those in the area of management, administration people, will really school and learn a lot. Those of you who intend to do procurement in the future, here you will learn a lot of procurement. Those who want to go into technical field, engineering, plumbing, we also have you here. And I saw some agricultural people on the list, and I was wondering where you took me, and I spoke to the deputy over. Fiama will be the best piece for them when we produce compost, fertilizer, people like using live they were doing all kinds of things and we were also once in a while we should be watching to see how it going to school. But I would be one who just have to graduate to make that place so that we can find in the location that is practical idea of what it is future. When you have the practical experience, easy in the classroom because you have already what is coming. So I want to see your home, how this story has your first.
That's the voice of the music director of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, Ari on the Deputy Minister of the Ministry Director for Administration at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, recently assured the Vigation General students of the elderly institute's management fully support the staff of the entity during the stay at the company.
I would like that to see you as young people who are future leaders of our country. We are most qualified for this program. In fact, we used to have education steps. And this is familiar. So we are very glad that this government has been able to use this program. The program was so volunteer to work to help to give you an experience of how work activities go on.
That's the deputy at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. He's speaking. You heard the voice of the managing director of the is more than speaking at this juncture before now to bring us the quotes and guests. Good evening.
will win over Hurricanes for their part in the 57 to 41 points victory over Hurricanes here at the Barry, 65 points in an overtime trailer on Sunday, which was losing Hurricanes now face an uphill battle to qualify after both lost their total 2 matches with a big space. Defending champions of the world with 1 win, 2 games, remain hopeful of bouncing back as they head into their final game of the Conference Hurricanes playoffs. The National Football Association announced a 2-day pressure workshop for March, which months ahead of the league season. The workshop will focus on updating commissioners with the latest competition regulations. The March reporting standards with best practices to ensure professionalism and consistency in the delivery of domestic competitions. Opening the section of the President Mr. Baraji described the workshop as an exciting moment for the football family, emphasizing the association's commitment to developing every key aspect of the game. He noted that commissioners will play a crucial role in the growth of the game, just the players and coaches, and highlighted the importance of identifying and nurturing talent with input for administration. The refresher is part of his commitment to maintain high standards across all aspects of football management and operations. Again, players updates reported at the weekend at all Ila FC's run at a Sikafa Diamond Cup Index in Hartford as they were beaten 2-1 by Tanzania Premier side Black Stars in the final. Again, player Thomas Kuro and Emmanuel were not involved, with Thomas missing his first match of the tournament after starting 2 good games and semi-final. In another development, Mark Gibson made his debut for Nigerian champions Rivers Stars on Sunday, featuring in the 2-0 defeat to Plateau United. The former Rivers United tackler joined the club last month for a free transfer, signing a 2-year deal. La Plata Congo's senior national team as Blue Star has received official invitation to participate in the upcoming United States Martial Arts Festival. The event is set to take place on 4 October 2024 in Portland, Oregon. According to a letter obtained from the Liberia Taekwondo Federation, the FTF has been formally acknowledged as a participant in this international gathering, which is expected to attract elite martial artists from around the world, as reported from Liberia Sports International. And finally, the Liverpool stage another dramatic youth show as Mohamed Salah's the Scottish Prime Senator maintains their quality. And look to have specific companies and separately handled very different costs with the families of additional time. The long side, last home, the spectrum in front of Liverpool's electric private fence, so that's Liverpool just as many with concussion victims has been a first team to take points of Liverpool this season. Liverpool coach understand new work from Scotland, living with British representative Alexander Isak out of his squad, while he continues to build up the final with Newcastle Strikers fitness. For the rest, then ran into a third wall of defiance. That's continuous footsteps.
Naomi Tapia and the Passion Sports is a regular feature here on News Desk. Thanks to Naomi Tapia for bringing us sports on News Desk. Let's bring you more developments on the program. Amidst internal disputes within the Nima County Legislative Caucus, several citizens have convened to establish a group under the banner Nima County Solidarity Movement. According to prominent citizens, the movement is intended to unite the people of Nima regardless of their political affiliations. Speaking to RCR News recently, Nima County District 9 representative or former representative Martinica Timber noted that for too long, residents of Nima have been divided due to political differences. That's the voice of former Nima County District 9 Representative Martino K. Timber there speaking at a gathering in Painesville, taking us home on today's edition of the program News Desk. As we take leave of you, a recap of our major developments. We now human rights lawyer Kasura Tewan Gonglu criticizes government for failing to arrest Deputy Youth and Sports Minister Brian Mangill following rape allegation against him. Trans-cycle riders in Painesville accuse traffic officers of constant harassment against them. Criminal Code D sentences one of the two Nigerians who were detained for hijacking a vessel on the high sea to 5 years at the River Central Prison. And away from Liberia, Charles Huck, suspect linked to the crime seen by DNA, says FBI chief. Would love to say many thanks to our writers, contributors, correspondents for making today's edition of the program resources. Special thanks to Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited for their sponsorship. Thanks to affiliate radio station for reading this broadcast. Thanks to Daniel Soni, who said a controller producer our son. Myean Torgbean, as usual, was behind the camera and produced us on live Truth FM feed. Thanks to Emmanuel Sensee, who brought for us the news bulletin. Thanks to Naomi Tabia for parting this Passion Live Sports here on News Desk. On behalf of the news team, I've been the presenter, Johnson Gbarntolmah. Have yourself a wonderful
Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep up later.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary at 12. My name is Hansen there represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Both connecting those things.
We are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to Truth FM 96.1.